Alright, and with that, welcome everybody to another edition of the Monthly Beadown Podcast here tonight on October 29th, 2018, as we are here today with the November 2018 channel update. This is also episode 26 of the podcast. I am Andy. Welcome to another edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, a news and update channel or a show regarding my channel and everything that is the gaming beatdown and the beatdown crew and all that loveliness. So yes, so hope everyone is doing well, and also I must say happy early Halloween, as Halloween is right around the corner. Fortunately, I don't have a stream planned for Halloween, but so I will say happy early Halloween to those of you who do celebrate it as well, or just are festive for the time of the year, like normally I am, but this year don't really have any stuff in the background and whatnot for Halloween this year, so I may need to do that for the future when we are ever in October and whatnot. So yeah, but maybe that's something for the future to look forward to. Definitely for like other holidays too, like Christmas and all that stuff also happening. Maybe I should totally decorate when it comes to that in the back end, because that would be kind of cool. But yes, welcome everybody, as we're here for an update for the channel for the month of November of 2018. Got a lot of things to talk about here today. We have our subscriber shout out, where we give people shout outs for being a sub for the past month here on the channel. We also have our recap of the past month, what's the plans are for the month, our schedule for the month of November of 2018, what the stream schedule is going to be here and whatnot, what to expect and whatnot. We also have our games bought section, where I showcase games that I have purchased for the past month here for myself or for the stream and all that stuff. We also have our highlight of the month, which we'll be looking back at the best highlight that happened in the past month, and we have a pretty good one that happened during a current playthrough that we're currently playing through right now. We also have our caster of the month nomination to be announced here today too, and a clip of theirs from their stream. We also have some news and announcements to discuss regarding the channel and other things going to be happening too. And also we have our Q&A session, which you guys can send me questions right now over at using the command in the chat here on Twitch, using the command !AskAndy, and it will lead you to a Google Doc, and you guys can send in questions that way. As announced during the anniversary stream, that's the only way I will be answering questions now, is through that Google Doc. So if you have questions to answer or to ask for the Q&A session every month, that's where you can actually send questions, and whenever I'm online or whatever, just use the command in the chat, and you can send in questions that way. And that regarding, like right now too, if you're watching this live here on Twitch. If not, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can definitely come by anytime during a live stream or whatever, and just come and fill out a question or whatnot. I'm thinking of also putting a thing in the down below there in the Twitch description, where we'll have like a little button where you can press to send questions in that way, just so you're not don't have to use the command every time and whatnot. So and I'm also thinking maybe for if you watch these on YouTube, if anyone does, we will also have it in the description on YouTube, so then you can just click the link and you can get answer or send in questions that way. Because I know there's a lot of people who do watch the podcast episodes on my YouTube channel if they're not able to make it live and whatnot. So yeah. So yes, guys, hope everyone's doing well today on this this Monday. Yes, we are live on a Monday here, and that's going to be a big common theme for the month of November, but we'll talk about that when we get to our schedule for the month of November of 2018. So let's get underway here to start things off here tonight. And let's dive into our first topic of this thing of the night, and that is going to be, see if it pops up here. Oh, there we go. The subscriber shout out. That's right. So this is where we give shout outs to everyone who was a subscriber during the month of October of 2018. This is a nice little thank you and just a little shout out for those of you who have been supporting the channel for the past month here on Twitch. So we'll quickly dive into those people who have been a sub for me for the whole month. So here we go. Let's go through the little list of names and give out shout outs to those of you who were subs in the past month of October 2018. So thank you to Billy3802 for being a sub since June 29th of 2017. That is a long time, my dude. Thank you very much for that. Thank you to Grady Dose. also the same amount of time being a sub. Thank you to Lemon Lizard, has been a sub since September 10th, 2017. That's a long time too. Thank you to Po Paylord, has been a sub since October 15th, 2017. Thank you to 5 Uberpone 2, who's been a sub for 10 months, it looks like, it says, since December 27th, 2017. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you to Captain Paladin, who apparently, according to this, has been subbed for 7 months, since April 14th of 2018. Thank you very much for that. Thank you to Super Mutant 2099, who says here it's been a sub for 5 months, but that's probably been wrong. It's probably longer than that. It doesn't really normally say how long it does on this thing that I look at, but thank you for the sub. I do for the support for that long. Thank you to Apparition. Thank you to Salty Dan, who I believe re-upped his sub recently too, so he's on a 2nd month that I remember. So yes, thank you for that. Thank you to Volano 007565. Thank you to Midnight Spy. Thank you to Rasher 24. I believe that was a gift sub there. Thank you to SNES Freak. Thank you to Jinjos. Thank you to Edgehead 011. Thank you to The Random Reject. Thank you to Black Knight 0. I think that was also a gift sub too. I might be wrong there. Thank you to Kippy00. Thank you to The British Andy. Thank you to Hawkeye1987. Thank you to Beast Boy Rules 52XD. Thank you to Yoshi86up. Thank you to Yowzer. Thank you to Fruitman_. Thank you to Cyber_Fox_. Thank you to Infinity. Thank you to Dual Vision. Thank you to Takada. And thank you to I Know Kitty. Yes, thank you very much for everyone who subbed to the channel for the past month. It was actually a pretty big month for subs, so I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. As I've always said in the past, subscribing to the channel is always a 100% optional thing to do. If you'd like to be a supporter of the channel and what I do here on Twitch, feel free to hit that sub button. You do get a monthly shout out, get your name posted here on the top screen here once a month as it being a subscriber. So yeah, and you also get benefits such as emotes to be used here on my channel and all over on Twitch as well. You also get a nice little sub badge by your name, which we recently added a few months ago, and they look very, very awesome by people's names, I must say. You also get no ads on the stream. So if you don't know that Twitch has changed their policy when it comes to ads on Twitch streams and whatnot, where even if you are Twitch, if you are a Twitch Prime member or a Turbo member, actually I believe Turbo members don't get ads. It's just if you're a Twitch Prime member, you don't get the no ads ability anymore. So the only way you can not get ads is, well, either using ad blocker, obviously, or you can also sub to your favorite channels and you don't get ads whenever you watch it. So if you're a sub to me, you actually don't get ads whatsoever. I don't make ad revenue at this time that I know of, since I'm part of the Twitch affiliate, but if ever that day does come and I do play ads or whatever, that's a way to not get ads. You can just support the channel with being a sub and you don't get ad revenue and all that. You also get Discord stuff as well. You get a nice little sub rank name, I guess you can call it, for Discord. So you get a nice little yellow color for your name for being a subscriber. And as well, you do get benefits in exclusive chat rooms and call rooms for being on the Discord server as well, just for subscribers only. So that's always pretty awesome. And when you're in the subscriber chat room, I do like to post stuff for the channel and stuff ahead of time. So if you guys were a sub before the anniversary stream, I did post some stuff about the anniversary video, the top 15 moments video for season number 7, some sneak previews per se, and I posted them in there. And then we also posted some sneak previews of how the new stream layouts and all that works for the current season right now we're currently in, when that is season number 8. So yeah, like I said, it's always an optional thing, so if you like to subscribe, feel free to do so. And if you can't re-sub your sub every month, totally understandable. I totally get it, because I can't always resub to everybody every month as well. It does take a toll every now and then, but like I said, if you would like to, go for it. And if it's a gift sub too, that's always better too. So feel free to do so that if you would like to as well. But like I said, it's always optional to do. Don't feel like you need to be a sub to be have any more different of a interaction with me here on the channel. Everyone gets the same loving and care. Just for being a sub, you just do get a little bit of benefits for being one. So yeah. So thank you very much for that. So we're going to move on here now to our next segment, which is going to be the month recap. That's right. October 2018 has come and gone. Well, actually, we're still in October right now, but when it comes to streaming here on the channel, October is pretty much wrapped up here. So we're going to talk about what went down here in the past month of October. And we'll start off with some Let's Play nights. So, Let's Play nights. We are currently still doing a couple games here for the channel. One game has been completed thus far, and that was game number 152 for Let's Play nights. And that was also the second game of the Empty Wallathon Marathon, and for the season as well. And that is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We went and started that game at the start of the season back in September, or the end of September, I should say. And we ended up finishing up our playthrough of the game in 3 casts, I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was 3 streams. And that was actually concluded, I believe it was on the 13th. Yeah, the 13th. So it was the day before the anniversary stream. We actually finished up our playthrough of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And yeah, so that means I am done with the new trilogy reboot of the Tomb Raider franchise, since that was considered the last one. So I'll definitely need to play more of them here on the channel sometime down the line, like the original ones and whatnot, because yeah, this current new trilogy or reboot trilogy has come to conclusion. And I really enjoyed it. I know there's been a lot of people on the internet who said they don't really care too much for it, or they're kind of getting mad at the game because the game went on a discounted price for a bit, and then people were mad because they paid $60 for it, and then now the game is like majorly discounted now because of that, and that's just kind of stupid. If you're gonna buy a game at launch, you should expect it, right? I don't know, it's a stupid thing. But no, other than that, I thought the game was pretty great. It's more the same as what the first 2 games were, basically exploring and raiding tombs, and it's basically Lara Croft's version of Uncharted, basically. That's what I like to call them, and they're fun games. I really enjoyed the trilogy. It's hard to say if it's my favorite in the trilogy. I really still like the first one back from 2013. I really enjoyed that first game. The second game was alright. It did a lot of good gameplay stuff, but the story I just didn't really care too much for it. The story here is really good. I think it's better than Rise of the Tomb Raider, personally. But for gameplay-wise, there's a few new things, but it's, again, more of the same of what the other 2 games have done in the past. So, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's always a good. If it ain't broke, as they say, don't fix it, right? It's as good as the last couple of games, I would say. So I definitely recommend the trilogy. It's really fun. And if you haven't seen the playthrough, it's available on Twitch under the collections. It's also on TGBD Archives as well as a full playthrough there. So yeah, and it's only 3 archive streams of it too, so not very long of a playthrough. On top of that, we have been continuing on playing Marvel Spider-Man here on the channel. This was game number 151, our first game of the season as well, and the first game of the Empty Wallathon Marathon. And we are almost wrapping up our playthrough of this game. The next stream we actually have will be the first Let's Play stream for the month of November. We'll be wrapping up our playthrough of the game because in the middle of this playthrough, I've kind of decided, you know what, we'll go for 100% because why the hell not? I've been really enjoying it, and plus, they show everything on the map that you might as well just do it, right? So that's kind of why I just decided, you know what, we'll just go ham and 100% the game. And we really don't have too much left to go in the game. I think after this past cast, we only really have, as of this time, we have the random crimes that happened all over the streets or sections of New York. So we have those to do. We also have a couple story missions left to go. And then I think the other one was just the mystery photography stuff, so mystery landmarks they have to take pictures of, and that's really about it, unless something else pops up within these last 8 missions in the game, because we're technically on the last act of the game, so we can just go straight through the story and be done it, and then just finish up with the random crimes and other stuff like that. In case anyone's wondering, because I know the first DLC for Marvel Spider-Man has come out, and if anyone's going to ask me if I'm going to be doing that part of the playthrough, no, we are not going to be doing that. We will probably save that for a future stream, maybe for a leftover stream, because I kind of want to know what the other 2 are going to be as well, because there's going to be 2 more DLC storylines as well going to be released too. So I'd rather wait until the DLC, all of it comes out until I'm ready to go for that. Yeah. So it's just going to be the vanilla version of the game, and that'll be the playthrough basically. Once we pretty much do everything basically, which we're getting pretty close to it. And I gotta say, this game's been pretty damn fun. I've been enjoying it. The playthrough's been very well received. I'm very happy about that. I was really looking forward to this game too, and it has lived up to the hype, and I think it done my expectations, that's for sure. I thought it was going to be a pretty decent game, but I didn't think it was going to be as good as it has been, and this game has been fantastic. And pretty sad that pretty soon we're going to be wrapping up this game, but we do got to move on because we have a lot of games to be playing this season, and I don't want to spend too much time on a lot of games to stay too much focused on them, because then I run out of time, and especially if I have to do a lot of longer games this season too, especially with one I have planned for later on the season. So I gotta wrap it up pretty soon for some games. So that's the reason. So yeah, but yeah, you can find our current playthrough as well. It's also available on TGB Archives as well. And then also during this month, we also have started our 153rd game of Let's Play Nights and our 3rd game of the season, and for the Empty Wallathon Marathon, and that is with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's right, Assassin's Creed getting its yearly installment once again after making its return last year after a year hiatus because they were doing a movie instead of a game the year before. But yeah, then this year, after the release of Origins, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which we just got underway a couple streams ago. We're currently sitting as of right now 2 nights into the game, so we're about 10 hours into the game right now, and in the middle of the second night, I had to actually switch the difficulty to be on easy because holy crap, does this game feel like not fair when it comes to at points when it's on harder difficulties. I don't know, because you'll just be doing stuff normally fine, and then I know you'll have random enemies come after you. Let's say like a wild like wolf or whatever, like some animal comes after you, and just randomly when you're just walking around or whatever, you can just be fighting them, and then the guards will think you're fighting. We think because you're in combat, they think, oh, well, you're doing something bad, so we have to go and attack you. And so then they bring guards, and another guy comes in, and another guy. It's like, holy shit. It's stressful to say, I will say. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to like leveling system and whatnot, it feels like it was done better so far in the last game, which was Assassin's Creed Origins. And compared to here, because man, does it feel like it's unfair at times when you're trying to like do combat, and then there's like 9 different other dudes that just come up and just try to come in randomly attacking you for no apparent reason. And hell, just the random civilians, if you accidentally hit them, they actually can just pull out weapons out of nowhere and they start attacking you too. So if you're not careful, you're gonna get bombarded by a bunch of enemies for no apparent reason. So but yeah, I think lowering the difficulties has helped a little bit. We didn't really make too much progress because I was a little bit stuck on the second stream, but I think that will all change now for the next few casts going on forward and whatnot. And I will say it has been a pretty glitchy experience too, just like every other Assassin's Creed experience. I do tend to just find random freaking hilarious bugs and glitches that occur during these games, and there was been a few of them. There was on the second cast for sure. I saw, like, I was fighting some guy on like this mountain, and then I knocked him off the mountain. He comes climbing back up, ends up climbing inside the mountain. He's flying, and then he breaks his neck and then just dies climbing up a mountain. And I was like, okay. So I haven't highlighted it yet, but it will be highlighted eventually. So it was definitely a pretty some kind of moment. I mean, it's no Origins moment where the guy was randomly flying in the midair after I sat him down, but it was something. So, like, I don't know what it is. I don't try to break these games. They just break. That's just the thing. It's just hilarious. So, but yes, we'll be continuing this game probably for the whole month for sure. From what I looked at, it's supposed to be around 30 to 35 hours of length. So we may be here for this game. Definitely for the full month of November, but maybe a bit of December, at the start of December for sure, and then that'll probably be it where we're done with this game, I would assume. So that's kind of the idea with this game, because it does seem like it's definitely one of the longer Assassin's Creed games in the series for sure when it comes to the storyline and whatnot. So yeah. Same thing like before. All the other parts of this playthrough are currently available in my collection section up above there here on Twitch. It's also available on TGB Archives, and you can check out all of them there too. And it's actually gotten a lot of views recently, and a lot of likes on some of them too, and a lot of comments, which is very interesting. So don't really get too much activity on some of my archives on my TGB Archives. But for those of you who have been watching on there, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Alright, so there we go. That's basically what Let's Play Nights has been for the month of October. So moving on here to our next thing. What's been going on here for late night beatdowns? Well, late night beatdowns. Not really too many late night beatdown streams happened this past month because, as I've always said in the past, October is where life kind of gets in the way, and my Thursday slot kind of just isn't possible to really stream too much on Thursdays and whatnot. But I try my best to actually stream as much as I can when it comes to my Thursday slot, which is the late night beatdowns and whatnot. And during this past month, we had a few games that were played here. We played some Grand Theft Auto Online, which was a viewer's choice game. Always fun to play some GTA Online. Definitely need to play more of it because it's always fun. It always brings out some lulls and whatnot. We also played some Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, getting into the hype for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is going to be releasing very soon. That's right around the corner when you think about it. So definitely got to play as much Smash as you can before Ultimate releases and whatnot. And on top of that as well, we also did our very first, first before that, we played some Fortnite, because the new Fortnite season began a week or during this month as well. So we finally started playing some Fortnite there. And especially now that I have the ability to play with almost everybody now, which is great. Thank you very much, PlayStation and Sony, for addressing the whole crossplay thing. I'm very happy about that, so I don't have to worry about leaving people in the dust and whatnot. So very, very awesome that I'll be able to play with people without any issues, or having on different consoles, or not being able to play with people on specific consoles anymore. So I'm very happy about that. And also on top of that, we also did our first official 3DS stream, and that was for Late Night Beatdowns, and that was with Animal Crossing New Leaf. That's right, we did some Animal Crossing here on the channel, and it was a goofy little time just fooling around with Animal Crossing and whatnot. It's a little casual-like game, nothing too crazy or whatnot. It's just one of those relaxing kind of like games, and it's always nice to play those kind of games late at night, I will say. And I have changed it now where my town is now a night town, so since I always stream at night, everything should be open now in my village and whatnot. Whenever we play Animal Crossing New Leaf for Late Night Beatdowns in the future, so that's a good thing. So, and other than that, that's kind of been it for Late Night Beatdowns. Like I said, not really too much could have happened. Was going to be able to happen this month for Late Night Beatdowns because my Thursday slot always gets overtaken by IRL and whatnot. So, and like I always said, Late Night Beatdowns doesn't have a makeup day. It's just whenever I can kind of cast and whatnot. So yeah, and then moving on, it was Mario Kart Sundays. That's Mario Kart Sundays. We've basically been playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and we did attempt to play Mario Kart 7, but I'm going to be talking about that in just a moment on why I say attempt. So yeah, and also this month we also had our Theme Set Contest 2018 come to conclusion. Our previous session of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which actually happened yesterday as of this recording, it came to an end, and our winner of the 2018 Theme Set Contest was Ladies Night, which was created by a mod of mine named Cyberfox. So I believe he's won the contest twice out of the 3 times. So congratulations to Cyberfox for winning the 2018 Mario Kart Sundays Theme Set Contest. Ladies Night is now officially in the fruit machine now, so it is part of the rotation. It's got a command now and everything like that. So that is great, and look forward to playing some Ladies Night during future Mario Kart Sunday sessions with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So yeah, so that's what's been going on here. So yeah. And as well, another big thing that happened during the past month, I have to bring it up here because I don't think it showed up here. Let me grab it real quickly. And the next thing that happened here in the channel was the 7-year anniversary show. That's right. Back on October 14, 2018, I celebrated 7 years of casting here on Twitch TV. Can't believe it's already been that long already, but time flies, my dudes. It just goes very, very fast, and you don't even know. But yes, we celebrated 7 years of casting. We had our winners announced for all the polls and whatnot, which there were some pretty expected winners. Like the playthrough of the year was Persona 4 Golden. It won by a landslide. The worst playthrough of the year was Sonic Forces. Our mod of the year was one of our newer mods here on the channel, and that is Miss Takata. So congratulations to her once again. Our best upcoming caster award was won by Chrissy Cool Cat. We had our quote of the year, which was "Holy shit, I don't care." What a quote that is. So congratulations to that. We also had our best running gag of the year, which was the Teddy and Mr. Vile jokes, which was kind of expected because those were always so easy and fun to make, in my opinion, because of a certain someone who doesn't really like Teddy from Persona 4 or Mr. Vile from Banjo-Kazooie. And on top of that, we also had our replay winners, and one of the games that one of the three I am not looking forward to. That game being Dokapon Kingdom. I can't believe the memers got what they wanted during the anniversary cast. Yes, I will have to be replaying Dokapon Kingdom at some point during this season. I don't know when I'll be getting to it but at some point it'll have to be replayed here. But the other two games that will be replayed here are Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which is a Kingdom Hearts game I've only played one time in my life, so it'll be interesting to play it again because I will be playing it on the PlayStation 4, because if you don't know, a year ago, all the games were re-released for the second time, but soon to be third time, and I've actually not played any of the Kingdom Hearts games on the PS4 version, so I probably will be playing it on that version, because the last time when I played it, which was back in 2015, we were playing it on the PlayStation 3 when it was recently released for 2.5, and that's where I got the Heartless plush that you always see in the background. It was a collection edition that came with that. But yes, we will be playing it on the PS4 this time. So yeah, that's what we're going to be playing it on there. I don't know when that will be happening. I did say though, any Kingdom Hearts games that get replayed here on the channel won't be until after Kingdom Hearts 3 gets played here first, because Kingdom Hearts 3 right now is my top priority when it comes to the franchise, because I want to play through that first, because I've been waiting for what seems like 5-6 years. Let me think about that, because it got announced in 2013, so yeah, so it's coming out in 2019, so yeah, I've been waiting for 6 years for this game to be coming out, so that's why that's going to be my top priority for the series first, over anything. And on top of that, the other game was Sonic Heroes, which was actually a very interesting game that actually won. Sonic Heroes is going to be replayed. I believe this is the third official Sonic the Hedgehog game to be played here as a replay. We've replayed Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 here on the channel. But now we got Sonic Heroes, which is the third game in the Adventure series, I guess you could call it. I don't know. I kind of think of it its own thing personally, but yeah, we got Sonic Heroes going to be replayed here on the channel at some point. I don't know when that will be exactly. That will likely be a 4-night game, just because normally, from what I remember, Team Sonic's and Team Dark's story campaigns are the longest in the game, so they'll take like most of the first 2 nights. Team Rose will be quick, because they're basically easy mode and whatnot, and then Team Chaotix will probably be the third longest, but because they're more mission based. Yeah, and then also there also are the Chaos Emerald missions we gotta do, where we have to basically collect all the Chaos Emeralds to get the true ending and whatnot. So yeah, that will take a cast or so to get done. So yeah. But yeah, we'll be replaying that at some point down the line here on the channel. The original playthrough is up on my archive channel, which again was back in 2015, which I think had a very good year of games being played here on the channel. That was a good season. Season 4, I feel, was a very good season. It was strong for playthrough games and all that. So hopefully it can overdo the original playthrough, but I think it's going to be tough to do, because that was a very good playthrough. It's one of my favorite Sonic playthroughs I've done, because it is personally my favorite. It's my personal favorite 3D Sonic game, so yeah. And then on top of that, for the 70th anniversary show, we also had our top 50 moments video showcase here, and boy, that was a fun video to make, in my opinion. I had a great time with that video. If you've yet to see it, it's up on my main YouTube channel. It is also available here on Twitch. You can go to check in under the collection section. I do have a playlist that's called the Best of TGBD, and it is under there too. So That's where you can watch that too if you have not yet seen it. It was a great video to make. I had a fun time making it. I'm always look forward to making them every year. Sometimes I kind of get worried about how I won't finish in time, but I somehow do. But this year I did plan ahead on the video too, which was nice. So I'm kind of happy that I planned this year over like previous years where I just decide to put certain highlights in certain places this year. So I'm kind of happy that that happened. So yeah. I think it turned out pretty good. Is it my personal favorite video that I did? Maybe, because there are some new things I've done this year in this year's video compared to previous years. So I may actually think this is one of my favorite top 50 moments videos that I've done personally, because there was a lot of work that was done in for this year. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's up on the main YouTube channel, and it's also available up on Twitch as well. So yes, in case anyone wonders, yes, I have all the top 50 moments videos here on Twitch, and I have them all on YouTube as well. So there's two places that have them uploaded to. So yeah. I don't make any revenue from it on YouTube because there are copyright stuff that are used in the videos, so I don't expect to make any revenue from that. But plus I don't make any revenue from here on Twitch for videos either, so it doesn't really matter for that. So, but yeah, go check them out there. They were very awesome to make. They were very fun, and they're up there for the history books now. So yeah, that was basically the month of October in a nutshell. It was a pretty wild month because it was our anniversary. It was the anniversary month, and it also was just a crazy month just for Let's Play nights and whatnot. So yeah, and I look forward to seeing what November will bring here on the channel. So yeah, let's talk about that. What's going to be happening for the month of November? Well, we have Let's Play nights going on right now. We're going to be wrapping up game number 151. We're going to be finishing up Marvel Spider-Man to start off the month of November. I would say we only have one stream after that game, and then we'll be announcing our next game. Will be a new Friday night stream game, or slot 1 game, I should say, in its replace after Spider-Man has been completed. Assassin's Creed Odyssey will be continued for probably the whole month, I'd say, until we beat it. So yeah, I would probably hope either at the end of the month or at the start of December. That's what's going to be looking like too. So yeah, so that's, and yes, the Empty Walls on Marathon will be continuing as well during the month of November. Still trying to think that probably it will be done in like February or something like that, even though I'm only playing games up till like from September of this year to January of next year. Alright, so, and then on top of that, with Late Night Beatdowns, we will be doing more Late Night Beatdown casts here on the channel. I'm probably going to be doing 1 week where, probably closer to the launch of Ultimate, where we'll be doing Smash Bros. Wii U for the last time, just because, early December is when Ultimate is out, so, we're probably going to be doing, Smash Wii U one more time, during sometime this month for Late Night Beatdowns. There are also other games I'd like to play as well, including games on my 3DS capture card. So we'll definitely do more 3DS gaming and whatnot. Definitely want to bring Rocket League back, because that's something I've not played in quite some time. I don't remember the last time I even played Rocket League. I think I've been missing to put it on the polls every now and then too. So I will put them on there for future streams. So yeah. As for like we'll probably be doing Fortnite as well, because I don't know, I've had the crave to playing it again ever since every console's basically been given the ability to play with each other, so it's kind of giving the reason why to play it more. Maybe Splatoon 2, I don't know exactly, but we'll see how I'm thinking about games exactly. But definitely expect one last final Smash Brothers Wii U Let's Play stream, or no, Let's Play stream, Late Night Beatdown stream for Late Night Beatdown. So yeah. Mario Kart Sundays as well. We'll be definitely continuing more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe here on the channel, and as announced during a specific anniversary cast, maybe not this year, but maybe January, we'll be adding another game for Mario Kart Sundays, and hopefully we can bring the return of another Mario Kart game that we were having issues with, but again, I'll talk about that here in just a little bit. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically what's going to be happening here in the month of of November. If there's any Nintendo Directs that possibly could be happening for the month of for November, I will probably be doing reactions to that too, because I would probably expect there's probably going to be one for Smash Bros. So I expect to probably do a Let's React to that. Either if it's live or I'll do a recording of it. I will definitely be doing one, because you would have to think there's probably something for it coming up pretty soon, I would assume. So, but we'll see. So there you go. And yeah, so that's basically what that is. So let's talk about our next discussion here is the schedule for the month of November of 2018. So that's right. So we have our official schedule ready to be announced here. So we'll go through that right here, right now. So let's slide over to the schedule here over on twitch.tv/animentgb/events. That's where you can check out my full schedule here on Twitch TV. So yeah, that's where we do that stuff. So here we are right now. Let's go to the first stream of the month, and it's going to be on November 2nd, which is going to be a Let's Play Night cast, and we're going to be here with Marvel Spider-Man, probably the last cast of this game. We're going to be wrapping up our playthrough of this game finally. We only have one more stream left to go, because we are 100% in the game, and we only have a few things left to do for this game. So yeah, so I look forward to finally finishing this amazing game up here. On November 3rd, we'll be here with Let's Play Nights again, which will be with more Assassin's Creed Odyssey, as we'll continue where we left off on our last stream of that. November 5th, which is a Monday cast, and we'll be here with Mario Kart Sundays. That's right, with a Monday edition of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So that's when we're going to be playing that then. November 8th, Late Night Beatdowns make their return after a few weeks being not happening. So Late Night Beatdowns will be here once again here on the channel. I don't know what I'll be playing yet exactly, and there'll be polls up for you guys to pick the viewer's choice game when the weekly update for this week comes up. So yeah, November 9th, we'll be here Let's Play Nights with a start of our next game. This will be game number 154 and the 4th game of the Empty Wallathon Marathon. November 10th, we'll be here with more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. November 12th, we'll be here with another edition of Mario Kart Sundays on Monday nights. So yes, come on by for a Monday night stream for Mario Kart Sundays on November 12th. November 15th, Late Night Beatdowns. November 16th, Let's Play Nights. November 17th, Let's Play Nights. Once again, November 19th, another Monday night edition of Mario Kart Sundays. As you can, like I said earlier, this is the common theme for Monday streams, because a lot of Monday streams are going to be Mario Kart for this month. Because yeah, the reason for that is because again, this month Sunday is going to be a very wild month for me in IRL. So especially work-related stuff. So I will not be able to stream on my Sundays as normal this month. So it's going to be a lot of Monday Mario Kart streams this month. So basically, mainly consider almost the whole month of Mario Kart Sundays being a Monday stream for almost the whole month. Then on November 22nd, we will be here with Late Night Beatdowns once again. I'm thinking that's probably where we'll probably play Smash Bros. Either there or if I have another one, which I think that is the last Late Night Beatdown stream for November, but I might be wrong. If it's not that one, then it'll probably be the next one. November 23rd with Let's Play Nights. November 24th, Let's Play Nights, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, maybe the last stream, maybe not, probably not, I would assume. November 25th, we'll be back with Mario Kart Sundays on Sundays again here. So yes, that's when I'll be able to do Mario Kart Sundays on Sundays once again here. So yeah, that's where we'll be back to our regular program scheduled nights for Mario Kart. November 28th, we will be here with the Monthly Beadown Podcast. So this will be for the December 2018 channel update, and we'll have a lot of stuff to discuss here for this stream, because yeah, there's going to be stuff regarding a special event that's happening here on this channel, and there also will be an event that happens on another channel, which I'll be talking about here on this stream. So come on by for that; you won't want to miss that. And on November 30th, we'll be here with Let's Play Nights for a Slot 1 game and whatnot. So that's basically what's going to be happening here on the channel for the month of November. Like I said, the only thing that's really different is that my Sunday slot has been basically occupied for almost the whole month. So it's going to be a lot of Monday streams, and that's mainly just for Let's Play or for Mario Kart Sundays. So yeah. But if anything changes, I'll let you know on my social media or Discord. But for the most part, this is the confirmed schedule at this time. So like I said, anything is destined to change if something does come up and whatnot. So if anyone has questions or concerns, let me know, because then I will discuss about them wherever you ask me them. So yeah, there you go. That is basically the schedule for the month of November. Like I said, my Sunday slot is going to be a little bit all over the place, but hey, we got late night beatdowns, and late night beatdown streams are just as good too, I find. So yeah. So there you go. So let's talk about our next thing, and that is the games I bought for the month of November 2018. And one game we bought, it was on my PlayStation 4. And it was a digital copy, and that is WWE 2K18. I'm going to be trying to do some multiplayer stuff for this game because, for Late Night Beatdowns especially, because it recently came out last month, and not really done too much with it. I've only been playing the game offline. I've been doing some stuff there, but over on TGBD Sports, I would like to do some stuff for that game on there. I would like to play through the My Career story mode on there, because it actually is a much different My Career this year. Supposedly they go back to like the SmackDown vs. Raw story, like single player, or like the Day of Reckoning kind of like stuff. So that's actually very intriguing. That actually interests me a little bit more this year. So I'm happy that there's actual like voice cutscenes and stuff like that this year. So it makes it a little bit more interesting and more something I would be more interested to hold my attention, because I did try to do a My Career for, I think it was 2K16, I think it was. Yeah, it was either 2000, or no, it might have been 2017. Yeah, WWE 2K17 over on TGB Sports, but didn't really get too far in it because it started becoming the same. So yeah, that's kind of why I didn't really continue it. So this year's looks a little interesting, I will say. So we may consider doing that over there, along with the NHL franchise mode and whatnot, which was actually very fun to do over there. On top of that as well, I also brought a new Switch game here, and it is a re-release or a port of a specific game that came out on the DS a few years ago, and some time ago on mobile devices and whatnot. And that game is the World That Ends With You Final Remix. That's right. So I've actually picked this up here. This is definitely a game I've been wanting to play for a long time, and yeah, I have it on my Nintendo Switch here. It's still in its shrink wrap, so I haven't really opened it up yet, but yeah, I've gotten this, and I've been wanting to play this for many years. Supposedly it's pretty decent in length. It's an RPG, because it is a Square Enix game. But I have heard some interesting things about the motion control version of the game, where it's like a hit or miss kind of thing. So that'll be interesting when I stream it, when I do, how it will work when it comes to the Joy-Cons, because you can also play it on docked as well, which supposedly is the best option, but there's no way to really record that way unless you have a specific way of doing it. So I hope I can get a grip with the Joy-Cons. So I hear it's not the best way to play the game personally. So yeah. And also, if you've seen my playthrough of Dream Drop Distance, these are the same characters that make a cameo during that game as well. So that's kind of cool that they re-released their game after all this time. And I bought it because I want to support the game, because it's definitely a game series that probably deserves a sequel, and it has never gotten one. So I figured that was the best way to support it, was picking it up and whatnot. And I think as well in the month of October, I might be wrong if I got it in October, I think I did though, and that was with this game as well, which we're currently playing right now, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We also picked this up in the month of October as well, so yeah, we're currently playing that right now. It's the yearly installment of the Assassin's Creed franchise. We're currently playing that on our slot 2 nights, so that's when you can expect that. So yeah, and also there was going to be another game I was supposed to get this month, but thanks to Amazon, I unfortunately do not have my copy of the game, so I unfortunately have to wait until Amazon Canada gets their shipment for the game. It is what it is, unfortunately. I don't want to really get rid of my my pre-order for it, because I got a pretty decent discount on the game, and I don't want to give that up, because I don't want to pay full price, because full price games here in Canada are pretty expensive, so I'd rather pay for $50 for the game instead of paying $80. So I'll wait. I'll be patient for it. But I do hope I get it eventually soon, because it is planned for a playthrough here for the season. So just don't know when it will be just yet. So yeah, there you go, guys. Those are the games I bought for the past month. Not too much, I'd say. Only 3 games for sure. And I guess if you count a mobile game as well, I guess I'll showcase that as well. I did get a mobile game on my phone, but it was free to play, so it's not really something I bought. So, but I downloaded it, so that might count as something. And that game is oh wait, maybe I can show it here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. So yeah, right there. In the top corner there, we got the Ruby mobile game right there, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, it came out not too long ago. Don't know how this will work when it comes to late nights. I wonder if it works on the emulator and whatnot, because that might be an easy way to stream that game. Because I wouldn't mind playing people in that game, because it's actually pretty fun. It's a little tactical defense kind of like game, and it's actually kind of fun. Really, really fun. So. If it does work on Nox or something like that, I will definitely I might stream it for late night beatdowns one of these days. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross used to work on Nox until updates break it, and then they fix it, and then they break it again, and so it's like I kind of like gave up trying for Union Cross for like late night beatdown. So if I can get it Ruby to work on Nox, I will probably play it through there. I do late night beatdown streams of it because it is a multiplayer game, and plus it is Ruby season right now, so I'm in the hype for Ruby and whatnot. So yeah, so there you go. That's all the games that we got for the month of October. So there definitely will be stuff I'll be picking up in November as well. So maybe not so much stuff, but there will be some stuff that will be bought in November for the channel and whatnot. So yeah. So moving on now. We are going to be looking at the highlight of the month. So yes, this is a segment I started doing a couple months ago, and this is where we look back at a funny moment that happened during the past month, or the best highlight that happened during the month of casting and whatnot. So we will dive into this highlight of the month right here. So this highlight comes to you from our Spider-Man playthrough, and this is I probably will consider right now my favorite game of 2018 so far, and I've been really enjoying this playthrough so far. It's been very fun, and a certain little thing happened in the game when I was discussing how I don't want to mess something up with this game, and well, let's just say the game heard me and ended up messing up. So here is our highlight of the month for the month of October of 2018. We are here. Let's do this again. Let's try this again here. Without messing it up. What? Wait a minute. What? I was joking. I did not mean to mess it up. What the fuck? What? What? Hello? Game, I didn't mean literally mess it up.
Consolidated shipping. A lot of guys.
What?
I should try to do this quietly, but also with style.
Well, that was pretty stylish, I would say. Wow, that to be honest, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. It just randomly did it on its own. Alright. Well then. That was something. It's only been a week. I know, and I've already broken this game. I don't know how they did, but I did it. Let's see here. Oh my god. Please clip that, by the way. That's awesome. I broke possibly the game of the year. That's awesome. So there you go, guys. That's our highlight of the month for October of 2018. A little random glitch that happened during the playthrough. We were just heading to a mission in the game. It was transitioning into a cutscene, which then the game, apparently, I guess Spider-Man himself glitched the game. He fell through the floor. He was under the sandbox of New York, and then that happened. So yeah, that is basically what happened, and I couldn't believe it. There were some other highlights that happened during this month too that were pretty funny too, but I didn't have time to make them today. But that was definitely an early candidate so far of a funny moment that happened during this year so far, or the season so far. So there you go, guys. That was our highlight for the month of October of 2018. So yeah, I still understand how you managed that. I don't know. I don't either. Like I said, guys, I don't even attempt to try to break these games. They just happen. I have like the magic touch or something. I don't know. I'm like Midas, except I break shit. I don't know. So yeah, there you go, guys. That was our highlight of the month, and yeah, it happened on our second stream of Marvel Spider-Man. That was the second night of that game. So yeah, that's crazy. So moving on here. Let's talk about some channel updates here for the channel. So, first things first, I would like to talk about the Twitch alerts. As you guys know, we have updated them and whatnot. And there's going to be a little bit of an update right here for the hosting alert. As you guys know, I have changed a few months ago the alert to pop up for a specific amount of viewers. I have now decided that I'm going to drop it back down to one viewer. So you only need one viewer to have it pop up and whatnot, just so I know who's all hosting and whatnot, just because it's not a very long Notchix noise like I used to use for the originally, which is now the rating sound effect now. So now that it's a different sound, I figured, you know what, we'll make that we'll change the sound for that, and because of that, I have decided that I'm going to be changing the number of viewers again for hosting alert to be back to one viewer again. So yeah, so that's the change for that. On top of that, what else I would like to talk about for stuff? I don't think I really do, honestly, when it comes to just stream layouts and whatnot. But yeah, really the only thing for stream layouts was just the Twitch alerts and that. So not really too much on that. As for like, I don't know, like highlights in that, because if you guys don't know, Twitch has recently announced during TwitchCon that whenever you make highlights now, you can eventually highlights now, you can actually do clipping and whatnot with the highlights. So if you want, if instead of making a highlight that's like 50 minutes long or 20 minutes long, you can actually clip and edit parts that you want to be in one whole highlight, which is very, very cool. As if you remember in the past where I've had highlights that are like 20 minutes long, just because of a lot of stuff that's happening and whatnot, and there's just a lot of dead moment that happens and not much is happening. So I kind of, when I do the anniversary videos, and if they make it into the top 50 moments, I just edit it through there. Nowadays, or eventually, I don't know when exactly that will be released at all, but eventually, they will allow the ability to actually make it so then you can actually put snippets together into one highlight, which is very, very cool. It's a very neat little thing. I didn't really think they would do something like that, so that's kind of cool. It's a very big positive thing. I probably may be using that when it comes to longer highlights like that, just so it's easier to edit and whatnot for the future. Plus, it doesn't make the videos much longer, or highlights much longer than they need to be, because yeah, I doubt a lot of people want to sit around on my YouTube channel watching a 30-minute highlight for absolutely nothing. So yeah, so that will be something I might be using once it's available, once we have highlights that have like a bunch of stuff that happen in one thing to make it, that makes it pretty funny. Kind of like, for example, like the dinosaur from Super Mario Odyssey, because if you know, that highlight is actually around like, I'd say like 20 minutes or so. And in the actual top 15 moments video that it featured in, a lot of it was snipped out and whatnot, so there was a lot of edits to make it not as long and whatnot, so I probably will be using that for sure. Yeah, and that's pretty much that for sure. So Next thing I kind of want to discuss is regarding Mario Kart Sundays. There's another update regarding this. So as many of you may know, Mario Kart Sundays this month was meant to have a second game in the rotation for Mario Kart Sundays for every week. So the rotation was originally going to be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart 7. However, we ran into a bit of an issue when it comes to Mario Kart 7, and the issue is that the game, for whatever reason, just likes to constantly disconnect me. Anytime I try to making a room, or just starting up a session, or just a lobby, I guess. Because the game doesn't use friend lobbies in the game, it's more about a community code and whatnot. I'm guessing there's just an issue with that altogether. Maybe it's just my 2DS and whatnot, because, or maybe it's just the game itself, because, I don't know. For some reason, I constantly cannot stay connected to play a full set. There have been times I've been able to do so. I think I've only been able to complete like 3 or 4 sets for whatever reason for Mario Kart 7. So yeah, for whatever reason, I cannot seem to finish an entire set for Mario Kart 7, and it kind of was getting annoying for it. So right now, the game is currently on a bit of a hiatus right now, until I can figure out how to get the game to work properly, so it's not constantly kicking me. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's just the game itself, or if it's my console, because I have played other 3DS games on stream with viewers, just to test out how it works and whatnot, and everything else works perfectly fine. It's just Mario Kart 7 is just being a doo-doo, and to be fair, the game only has had like one update in its life, so it doesn't surprise me if the game at this point is like just disgusting and doesn't work properly. So because at this point we've had Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that have come out, so the priorities for that game are probably like down the toilet at the moment. So yeah, there's probably like no reason to really for Nintendo to go back to the game and whatnot. So but I'm gonna see if there's a way we can fix it. If I can't figure out a way, then Mario Kart 7 may not be happening, but I'm really hoping we can see if we can actually implement it to happen, because I kind of want to have 2 different Mario Kart games to be played, because that would be fantastic if I can. However, but that does not mean if I can't get that game to work, that doesn't mean that I will still try to do 2 different Mario Kart games at one time. The plan is, if you weren't at the anniversary stream, is that Mario Kart Wii custom tracks will be eventually coming to Mario Kart Sundays. The goal is to look for trying to do it either in December or January. That's kind of the goal right now, is to aim for the start of that to happen. Right now, I still just need to download the stuff and mod my Wii U, so that I can actually play it online with viewers like you that have Mario Kart Wii custom tracks. It's been something that's been requested for me to do for a long time. Ever since like the Mario Kart Wii date, it's been requested, and I just kind of felt like, maybe I shouldn't, because I don't want to really get in trouble on Twitch or whatever, or just Nintendo like banning me or something like that. So that's kind of the reason why I've never done it. But now, because Mario Kart Wii and its online service doesn't work anymore, now that there's custom ways to make servers for the game, I figured, you know what, it's probably fine to do and whatnot. So that's why I decided now would be the perfect time to do it. And especially with a few years have passed since Mario Kart Wii servers have gone down, I figured, you know what, now is probably the perfect time to do it. So, like I said, I'm looking to do it, to start playing Mario Kart Wii custom tracks on my Wii U, so then I can get decent footage and whatnot for the game sometime in December or January. But like I said, I still need to download the stuff and mod my console in order for it to get everything working properly and whatnot. So yeah. So stay tuned for more information about that, on when the exact date for the first session for Mario Kart Sunday's Mario Kart Wii custom tracks will ever happen. So yeah, I look forward to it, because like I said, it's been something has been requested for a very, very long time. You know what? I want to do what the people ask, and we will definitely bring in Mario Kart Wii custom tracks eventually here. So it's definitely something that's been something I've been wanting to do for a little while. So ever since I've kind of had a little bit of a tiresome playing Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe every week, and not to shame Mario Kart playing 2 Mario Kart 8 games at once, because it's as good as it is, it does get kind of tiring playing the same game over and over and over and over again. And it's always nice to have something fresh to play every week instead of just playing the same thing over and over, because it does get kind of repetitive and boring after a while. So that's kind of why I want to get 2 different Mario Kart games going up on instead of just the one. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is our announcement, channel updates for the month. So yeah, that's what's been going on here. So yeah, and now we're going to be moving on to our next segment, which is going to be our caster of the month. That's right, where we basically give a shout out to a specific caster, just some people I like and whatnot, or just someone who deserves a bit of a shout out and whatnot. Last month, our caster of the month was New Legacy Inc., who does wrestling stuff and whatnot here on Twitch. And this month is going to be something a little different. It's going to be a bit of a smaller caster, who I figure should get some nominations or just a shout out and whatnot. And we will showcase a highlight from their stream that they did a couple weeks ago, I think it was. And I saw a clip of it on a Discord server that I'm in, and I thought it was pretty funny. So here is our caster of the month for the month of November of 2018.
That, like, I honestly can't believe that. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream the GBA Virtual Console games with this. Yeah, I got my original. Thank you for that. You're Mario Kart's over, but you know, I mean, actually, it probably isn't over because considering it's still Mario Kart, it still says Mario Kart on the title. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Thanks motorcycle. I forgot what I was gonna say because, you know.
Those darn motorcycles. So yeah, there you go, guys. Yeah, our caster of the month is a fellow mod of mine who also does some casting every now and then over his channel, and that is Kippy00. Go make sure to go follow him. He does a lot of stuff. I think he's last thing I recall that he's been testing out some 3DS capturing stuff. He actually found a mod that you can do with the new 2DS that he recently picked up, and he can actually do live capturing footage on it without a capture card, which is very neat. And I think he was playing some I think when I saw, he was playing A Link Between Worlds last time. He has done other stuff too. I believe I've seen him do Kingdom Hearts before as well. He's also done some Link to the Past randomizers. I'm not sure if he still does those and whatnot, but yeah, he does a bunch of stuff. He does random stuff, so go follow him over at twitch.tv/Kippy00 as he's our caster of the month for the month of November of 2018. So yes. So congratulations. Make sure to go follow him. He's awesome. And his link will be in the description down below here on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. There's also a command in the chat here that people can spam to post his channel link there. So yeah. So yeah, there we go. So up next now will be our final thing for the podcast here tonight, and that is our monthly Q&A session where I ask you guys to send me questions and I answer them live on stream. So that's what we do. So if you have a question you would like to ask me, you can send me a question using the command !AskAndy, and it's a Google Doc. You just fill out your Twitch name, or if you don't want to use your Twitch name, put anonymous and then just put your question there, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. There. So that's how you can send me questions there. So if you have any questions, feel free to send them in. I currently don't have any at the moment, so I will give it a few minutes here before we start that up here. So yeah. I still laughed when I picked it up. Oh, what was that thing? I still laugh when I picked it and chose it. What's that? Picked it and chose what? Fucking Main Street. Fucking Main Street. You just finished A Link to the Past last week? Oh, that's awesome. Thanks. I played that a few years ago, and I thought it was okay. I'm not a big fan of A Link to the Past. Maybe that's just me. I know that's sacrilege to say, but I'm not a big fan of A Link to the Past. I don't think it's really that amazing like a lot of people say. Donut Plains and Billy raged at you. Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was a thing. I'm not a big fan of Zelda in general, to be honest. Well, I like Zelda. I just don't like the past. That's all. I really like the 3D Zeldas. I just don't like. well, I've not really played a lot of 2D Zeldas, but I'm not a big fan of Link to the Past, personally. But I do like me some Zelda, though. I like my 3D Zeldas. I think they are fantastic, every single one. Alright, we got our first question here. I'll answer that right here. From Halloween Mutant 2099. The question is, what are your plans for Halloween? I don't know. Nothing, really. Probably just lay around and whatnot. Because, yeah, I'm definitely... I don't have a stream plan for Halloween. So that normally is because it's on Wednesday, I believe. And, yeah, I don't really have much planned for it. So, don't really have much planned for Halloween. Normally, I don't really do too much for Halloween. I just kind of just sit around and whatnot. Just watch people come by and trick-or-treat and whatnot. So that's kind of my plans that I normally do for Halloween. I'm kind of boring nowadays for Halloween. I don't really do too much. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I just kind of outgrown it or whatever. But yeah, I don't really do too much when it comes to Halloween. So yeah. But I kind of just relax on Halloween and whatnot. Just to watch people come by and whatnot. Most likely, I probably will just be updating my stream layout and whatnot. I definitely probably will be working on a trailer for Friday for my next playthrough, so that's probably something I'll be doing. But when it comes to Halloween stuff, I don't really do too much, honestly. I just kind of just relax and whatnot. Have some candy, because we always seem to have leftovers every year, so yeah, and I definitely will have to pick up some candy because the next day it's going to be discounted and whatnot. But then again, I work, so I probably can't pick it up, so fuck. But I hope there's a lot that's left over, so yeah. But yeah, so thank you for the question there. I appreciate that. Next question is from Billy. He says, do you want some ice cream? I don't know. Sure. If you plan on buying me some, then sure. I'll take some ice cream. So yeah, I guess thank you for that. Thank you for the ice cream. And next question's from, well, that's not a question. Actually, well, I guess technically it is, but I know this isn't from Zach. He didn't write this. Someone is trolling Zach. It's probably Salty Dan. And no, I will not call you Daddy. So the question was, can you call me Daddy? And then the Twitch username was Tampa Bay 44, which I know that's not him saying that. So no, I will not. No. So no, thank you. I will not. Alright, so next question here is from Sonic_the_hedgehog. Says, can the fridge be my home now? It's quite cool in here. I enjoy it a lot, and it keeps me away from Amy. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, you can totally stay in the fridge. The fridge is where you belong for the next little bit, because Dokapon Kingdom has been voted for to be replayed. The fridge is now officially Sonic's home. He lives in that Coca-Cola fridge right there. That's where he will always live from now on. He doesn't live on Green Hill Zone anymore, guys, because I think the Sonic fan base hates Green Hill Zone. So his new home is now called Ice Fridge Zone. Thank you. Alright, so thank you very much. But yes, and yes, it'll definitely keep you away from Amy, because apparently Amy doesn't like the cold. So yeah, you should be safe in there. Alright, so thank you very much for the question there, Sonic. I appreciate that. I hope to see you in the I can't wait to see you in Wreck-It Ralph 2, which is coming up pretty soon. So yeah. Next question's from Evil Heel Glorious. He asks, what are your thoughts on Roman Reigns having to relinquish the Universal Championship due to leukemia? Personally, I think it's devastating to hear that. When I was watching Raw the night when that happened, because I got home, because I think the day that happened, I actually got home from work and I came home just to watch some Raw for a little bit before I streamed, because I think that was the night where I streamed, actually. I think that was the first night I was streaming Assassin's Creed Odyssey on it, so I delayed the cast for a few minutes just to relax for a little bit, because I worked a few hours before. But anyways, I got home and watched Raw for a little bit, and normally when you see Roman Reigns in WWE, he's normally in his gear every week, right? Like, he's always like in his gear, or he's wearing like a shirt of like his that WWE has made and whatnot. So seeing him come out in like street clothes and whatnot, made you think something was up or whatever? At first, I thought maybe it was just he was just coming out because he wasn't wrestling during the night or something. But normally you would think, no, he usually comes out in his actual attire and whatnot. So I thought, oh, maybe he's just coming out just to speak or whatever. But yeah, I still had some questions about that because I was like, that's kind of weird of him coming out not wearing his actual gear and whatnot. And then when he comes out, everyone's booing him and whatnot. I'm like, okay, maybe he's coming out for a promo like always, because that's Monday Night Raw for you. That's how Raw always starts. Somebody comes out to the ring and cuts a promo. That's kind of how Raw is nowadays in modern day wrestling. So, and then he comes out and saying that he feels like he's lied to everybody, that he can't be the fighting champion that he is. And then he actually uses his real name in the promo. I was like, oh, something serious is happening. I thought maybe he got injured, because there were reports a few days beforehand saying that Roman was injured or whatever. And I thought maybe he injured himself or something and he had to relinquish the title or whatever, which even if you get injured and have to relinquish the title, it sucks. I don't condone people getting injured and people cheering for that, because that's kind of fucked up personally. I'm not someone who would do that, because I think it's kind of fucked up, but no, that was not the case. It was much worse than that, and supposedly he came out to the ring and said that he has leukemia and he has to relinquish the title for that. And honestly, that surprised me. Like, you can tell it's probably surprised everyone, especially people in the ring, because I are at the arena, because boy did they feel like they felt really, really bad about that, because he came out, they booed him, and then the crowd just like went silent after he said that. Personally, for me, I mean, I've heard a lot of people on the internet saying, oh, I'm not the biggest fan of Roman, like the character and whatnot, and I hope he fights it. Like, people shouldn't be saying, like, you're not, like, who cares if you're not a fan of the person that's playing the character or whatnot, or not, just the character that he's playing, whatever. Just wish the guy well, right? And that shit kind of really sucks, especially since he says that this is the first time he's not the first time he's had it. Like, he's had it before in the past, and it's came back, because he said he had it when he was like 22 and whatever, and it's came back like a decade or so later, which is very, very scary. Cancer is definitely something that is nothing to laugh about. It's definitely a very serious thing. I've had people in my family that have passed away from it, and it definitely is a sad thing to see people go through. Even though I was very young when people in my family I know had it and passed away from it, I didn't really know what to really think of it, because you would think, oh, maybe they're gonna be treated better, right? But sometimes it doesn't work out. So, and in that case, yeah, unfortunately, sometimes people don't always survive under that kind of circumstances and whatnot. But yeah, it really, really sucks for him, because I know he loves going into the ring week in and week out, doing what he does. Even if people don't like him, his character and whatnot, he likes getting the reaction of people. Like, even if you boo him or cheer him, he does his job, right? You are reacting to what he does. I've never really hated Roman Reigns as a character at all. He's not my favorite, but I do respect what he does in the ring week in and week out, especially with anybody that goes into that ring week in and week out, because they are putting their body on the line for entertaining people every week. And this is definitely one of these times where I'm very happy to see a lot of people come together. Even the whole wrestling world, people in New Japan, like Kenny Omega and stuff like that, have all come out and like wished him well, because yeah, WWE has definitely lost a big portion of, or person of their brand right now, and especially with John Cena probably going to be quitting or retiring pretty soon, because I hear he's probably not going to be coming back as often. Like, he'll be there making appearances, but he's probably going to start making The Rock appearances every now and then. So now for them to lose like someone like that, that's definitely devastating for them too. And I really hope, I definitely wish him luck, and I hope he does kick Cancer's ass like before. And I know he can. If anybody can, it's the big dog. So I hope he can do it and come back in a healthier and better than ever. And I've heard reports that he might be done, or he might not be back for another 2 to 3 years. So that really, really sucks. So I really hope he can get through it sooner than later for sure, because I know he likes being a WWE wrestler and whatnot. And yeah, I do wish him the best on it. And also, I will say, I give respect to the crowd after giving him the thank you chants and whatnot, because that's awesome. I mean, like I said, even if you love him or hate him, giving him the respect like that for something like that is amazing. That's awesome. And I hope he does come back and eventually does win back his title, because it'll be the best comeback story. I would assume so. Yeah. So I hope he does beat it, and I know he can. I believe in him that he can for sure. And after when he finished his promo and he went up the ring, and then he saw like Dean and Seth, like, or especially Seth, like in tears on the stage, like, goddamn, that got to me. Like, holy hell, that really got to me when I was watching that, because I mean, it got to me beforehand, but when Seth was like on the stage, like bawling his eyes out, like, oh man, the feels were definitely there for sure. But yeah, it really sucks. I really hope that he can kick Cantor's ass for sure. And I know he can. If he did it once before, he can definitely do it again. I believe in him that he can. He's probably going to be getting a lot of the best medical doctors that can help him for sure. So I really hope that he can actually pull through this time, and I believe he will. He'll spear it. He'll give it the Superman punch, and he'll kick out at 2 for sure. That's for sure. He won't go down without a fight. That's for sure. So I hope he does come back and buries cancer. That's for sure. So and he comes back and wins the title. I think it would be an amazing moment for him to come back and then wins the title and whatnot, because that would be amazing in my opinion. That would be such a great comeback story. And now that you think about it, Roman Reigns is now the ultimate face now because of this. So Vince got what he wanted out of it, so there's that. So congrats to him, but I feel like they probably should have been building more besides just him. Like, they should have had a backup plan just in case something bad would have happened. Now they're kind of hurting because of it. But yeah, but regardless, back to the point of the matter, I do wish him the best of luck. It really, really, really stings the company as a whole right now. So I hope he does come back and continues doing what he really likes. So it really, really is devastating to hear something like that to be dropped for sure. Yeah. So wish best of luck to Mr. Roman Reigns, or to Joe, and I hope you come back and kick Cancer's ass. That's for sure. So thank you for the question there. Yeah, that was definitely something I didn't think was gonna happen either. So yeah. So yeah, that's our. If you have any more questions here, feel free to send them in, and I'll read them. If not, maybe we'll be wrapping up here pretty shortly. Oh, in the chat here, I just saw I got a tier 1 resub here for 1 year. Thank you to Uber for the 1 year sub. I don't have my notifications up for the podcast, but thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. Thank you for that. You need to take a page from the Attitude Era. Yeah, of course, they should. I don't get this whole, like, why you have to build around, like, one guy kind of thing. I mean, because, they got lucky with John Cena where nothing really bad happened to him, but with Roman now, like, now that that's happened to him, they're kind of screwed right now. They have to build around, I feel they should build around multiple people, not just one person. That's why the Attitude Era was so good, is because they had multiple people. It wasn't just Stone Cold. Yeah, Stone Cold was the main guy, but they had The Rock, they had Triple H, they had Kurt Angle, they had who else was a big time player in that time? They had Edge and Christian, they had the Hardys, they had all those people, right? So, well, in WWE they have guys, they just only focus on the one person, right? So. And that's why also the Ruthless Aggression Era was also pretty good, because SmackDown was killing it back in that day, and they had multiple people on that brand. And then eventually it became the John Cena and Batista era. So they had two people then, but I think they would more likely say that was mainly the John Cena era. But alright, so we have any more questions here? It does not look like it. I don't see any questions here. No, I don't see it. And nothing's coming up here. Oh, actually. Nope, sorry. I actually got a question here. Never mind. As I say it, something popped up here. So, we have a question from Anonymous. They ask, you have 5 million to design your dream game. What would this game be like? Oh. Good question. 5 million, like $5 million, I'm assuming. That's tough, because I like a bunch of things, and I think if you put a bunch of these things into one game, it wouldn't be great. Because if you do too much, it gets too overwhelming and whatnot, I feel. I don't know. Well, to be fair, like, a lot of my dream games have been really made, but if I had to make something, it definitely would be, like, a big crossover of everything I like. I mean, that's kind of Smash Bros. But it'd be everything that I personally like everything put into, like, one thing. So all the money will go towards, like, all the licensing to all the characters, and then they can all be in one game, because that would be really cool. It definitely would probably be an action game or an action RPG kind of like game. I think that'd be kind of cool, kind of like Kingdom Hearts style, or maybe it'd have the gameplay like Smash Bros. But it'd be more of an action RPG kind of like thing, kind of like how do I say, like kind of like Super Paper Mario, because that's an action RPG. It's a 2D side-scrolling action RPG. That's kind of how I would think of it. So you can level up your characters going around like platforming like Kirby / Smash Bros and whatnot. You can have all these characters like just go and beat up bosses from other game franchises and whatnot, and they go and beat like this big ultimate value. And that's it's kind of like Subspace kind of like thing, right? I think that would be kind of cool. You'd have like Mario characters, you have Sonic characters, Kingdom Hearts characters, you have Banjo-Kazooie characters, you would have Donkey Kong characters, you have Zelda characters, you'd have all these things, and all these franchises I really like. I think it'd be kind of really cool if that could be a thing. And we did get something like that kind of like in Subspace Emissary and Smash Bros. Brawl, but it'd be kind of cool if it was all the stuff that I would personally like, because that's what I would definitely do. Because then you could have all this like iconic music all together and whatnot, because that'd be kind of sweet. So that's probably what I would think, honestly. Something that'd be major fan service. So thank you very much for the question there. And next question here, I got another question here from Anonymous. If you could go to a convention, which ones would you most likely attend? For sure, I would definitely like to go to TwitchCon. TwitchCon seems like it's been a interesting one to go to. Even though this year, from what I heard, it's been considered LineCon because it was very line heavy. There's a lot of lines at LineCon or TwitchCon this year. That would be that would be definitely one I'd like to go to, especially there's a lot of people who stream on Twitch that'd be on there. That'd be kind of cool. RTX would be another one. I would like to go to RTX. Probably RTX in Texas for sure. I know there's a one in Australia, but I'd probably go to the one in Texas because it's not overseas. I mean, it's in a different country, but it's not overseas like in Australia and whatnot. And, I'd definitely go there for that. PAX would be kind of cool to go to as well. I think PAX would be kind of fun because that's always a popular one. I know there's like 3-4 different types of PAX. There's PAX West, PAX South, and all that stuff. I'd probably go to... I don't know. I don't tend to try... I wouldn't try to go to like a lot of the East Coast ones because those are like very far. And just traveling in Canada is expensive alone too, so I try to go to like the more cheaper options that I can. I mean, yeah, it's still expensive to travel in general because you gotta like pay for tickets to fly. You gotta pay for hotels and all that stuff, and then hell, even just the convention itself, you gotta buy tickets for that. So yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of planning and money spending for sure. So, but whatever options are available for sure for packs that I could ever go to, I would totally go for those as well. But the thing is, I also need to get like a passport because I don't really even have a passport at this time. So even if I did want to go to a convention at this time, I don't have a passport to actually go traveling right now. So that is definitely something I definitely need to do whenever I would decide to go on those. And plus, passports take kind of forever to come in and whatnot. They're not like that. They do take a few number of weeks, even months to even come back to you once you get them. So it definitely takes some time to get passports on that. So yeah, traveling long distances is expensive. Yeah. So that's kind of the reason why I don't really go to like all the way to the East Coast and stuff like that for traveling that as much, just because it's expensive because it's a long distance. So, but we'll see. I definitely for sure I definitely want to do like TwitchCon for sure, because that's on the West Coast and that helps me. That's easier for me for sure. And definitely I would like to go to. And I know it's a little bit on the East Coast there, but I definitely go to the Arctics for sure. And then any of the PAXs that are closer to the West Coast, I'd totally like to go to that as well. But yeah, that's those are definitely some that I definitely like to go to. I know they're like the bigger ones, but I know a lot of people that go to them too. Like to meet people there, so that's the reason why. Not so much like the smaller ones. And nothing against the smaller like conventions and that, but not a lot of like a lot of people that I know that I would like to meet there ever attend those ones. So that's kind of the reason why. So yeah, but those are definitely the ones I would totally like to visit whenever I could or can, I should say. So yeah, thank you for the question there, and I will see if we have any more questions here. I'll give it a minute here. If we don't have any more, that probably maybe be it for this episode of the Monthly Beadown Podcast. So I don't think we got any more. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. So yeah, that'll be it for our Q&A session. So thank you those of you who sent in questions for the Q&A session. If you got a future question that you would like me to answer for a future episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, always make sure to come to my channel and use the command !AskAndy in my chat. You can send me questions at any point, any time. I'll be answered here for future episodes of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. So yeah, if I didn't get to them today, I can definitely get to them to the next episode, which will be the December 2018 channel update. So yeah. So yeah, there you go, guys. And with that, that's gonna come to an end for another episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. So yeah, we got some stuff to announce here today. We had our subscriber shout out. Thank you to those of you who have been a sub for the past month. I appreciate that. We had our month recap, recapping the past month. That was of October of 2018 here on the channel. We had our upcoming, like what to expect for the month of November. We also had our games I bought section. We also had our schedule for the month of November to be announced. We had our highlight of the month showcase, our cast of the month, some news and announcements regarding the channel and whatnot, and as well we had our Q&A section. So yeah, that'll wrap it up for another episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. The next episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast will be in November. I believe it was on the 28th, if I remember correctly. I think that's what I said it was on. I'll make sure. I'll double check for everybody here, just so I'm not spewing lies here. So yeah, the next episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast will definitely be. Oh yes, it was the 20th. So yeah, that's coming to you live on Wednesday, November 28, 2018. And we're here for the December 2018 channel update. And we got some very interesting things that I got to talk about regarding that month. Regarding a couple things here for the channel. We have an event for my channel that's going to be happening, where we're going to be spending a week casting a specific game, and then we also will have an event announcement regarding a specific thing that's going to be happening on another channel that was recently created by yours truly. So we definitely will have some news and announcements regarding both of those things on November's 28, 2018 edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast for the December 2018 channel update. So yeah, that should be interesting. But yeah, guys, with that will wrap it up for this episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to give a like if you enjoyed the episode. Also, if you have any questions or concerns, that includes anybody here on Twitch as well. Feel free to send me questions either in the comment section down below, or you can send me them on my Twitter account or on my Discord or Facebook or whatever, because I try to answer as much as I can whenever they are asked. So yeah. So with that'll do it for this episode. Once again, happy early Halloween to those of you, and I hope if you're going trick-or-treating, I hope you trick-or-treat safe, and hope you enjoy all the candy that you get, or chips, or whatever you are given on Halloween. Or if you go a week or a day after Halloween on November 1st and just get 50% off candy, that's always better too. That's always as good too. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, we'll be back here Wednesday, November 28th, 2018 for the Monthly Beatdown Podcast for the December 2018 channel update. So yeah, I hope to see you then for that. We have a lot to discuss regarding December and the channel on then. So yeah. For next time for me here on Twitch, as of this recording, we'll be back here on Friday, November 2nd, 2018 for our first stream of November. And we'll be here with the finale of Marvel Spider-Man, so that should be fun. So I hope to see you then for that. So with that, thanks for everybody watching, take care, and we'll see you all on the next edition of the Giving Beatdown and for the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. So until then, you have a good one, and happy Halloween. Bye bye, guys.